Welcome back to Western Water Weekly, your source for water news across the Colorado River Basin and beyond. Here are the top stories for August 4 through August 9, 2025. We begin in Washington, where Senators John Curtis of Utah and Ruben Gallego of Arizona have introduced the Water Infrastructure Modernization Act. This bipartisan bill would provide $50 million in federal grants to help communities upgrade water systems with advanced technologies. The funding could support leak detection sensors, pipe integrity monitors, and data systems to track water use and prepare for extreme weather. Both senators emphasized that smarter water systems can help conserve water, save money, and modernize infrastructure in the face of drought and population growth. Water agencies, industry leaders, and private technology firms are strongly backing the bill. Supporters say it addresses the steep upfront costs that often keep communities from adopting these innovations. In Arizona, a new lawsuit has been filed against the state's Department of Water Resources and its director, Thomas Bushatsky. The plaintiffs, the Center for Biological Diversity, San Pedro 100, and Dr. Robin Silver, allege that the department failed to meet legal duties regarding groundwater management. At the center of the dispute is the 28,000-home villages at Viñedo Development in Benson, which relies on groundwater the plaintiffs claim is no longer legally or physically available. They point to a 2008 100-year water supply designation for Benson that has not been reviewed in 17 years, despite state law requiring a review at least every 15 years. The plaintiffs say continued pumping could divert water from the federally protected San Pedro Riparian National Conservation Area, violating federal water rights confirmed by recent court rulings. The court has not yet ruled on whether to require an immediate review. In Utah, House Speaker Mike Schultz is asking Governor Spencer Cox to include a proposal in the fall special session that would allow the state to raise the Great Salt Lake Causeway berm by 2 feet. The move could help preserve the lake's struggling South Arm ecosystem. The berm was last raised in 2022 to control salinity levels during record low water levels, and many credit that action with avoiding an ecological collapse. State agencies are now reviewing how a new raise could affect water flow, salinity, and long-term lake management. The New Mexico Office of the State Engineer has taken enforcement action against 20 illegal water wells in the Carlsbad and Capitan basins. Officials say the wells were operating without proper rights and may have been diverting water for commercial use. Owners have been ordered to halt operations immediately. Colorado's congressional delegation is pressing the Department of the Interior and the Bureau of Reclamation to release $140 million in funding for 15 drought mitigation and ecosystem restoration projects. The projects were approved earlier this year under the federal Bucket 2 program, but most have yet to receive funds. One key initiative, the Shoshone Water Rights Preservation Project, accounts for $40 million of the delayed funding. Lawmakers say the funding is vital for long-term drought planning and environmental restoration in the Colorado River Basin. The Bureau of Reclamation has resumed cool mix water releases from Glen Canyon Dam in northern Arizona to slow the spread of invasive smallmouth bass. These non-native fish thrive in warmer waters and threaten native species like the humpback chub. The cooler flows come from deeper layers of Lake Powell and are timed to maintain temperatures below 60 degrees Fahrenheit downstream. This year's strategy aims to balance ecological protection with hydropower production. A new study from Arizona State University warns that the Earth's continents are drying faster than glaciers are melting, and the main cause is groundwater loss. Using 2 decades of satellite data, researchers found that groundwater accounts for 68% of the world's freshwater depletion. 4 mega-drying zones have emerged across the northern hemisphere, including the southwestern United States, parts of Canada and Alaska, northern Russia, and large swaths of Eurasia and North Africa. Scientists warn that these trends threaten agriculture, ecosystems, and political stability worldwide. Salt River Project and Friends of the Verde River are offering small grants to homeowners, businesses, and nonprofits for water-saving projects in the Phoenix metro area and Verde Valley. Homeowners can receive up to $1,000 and organizations up to $5,000 for projects like lawn removal and irrigation upgrades. Last year's projects saved an estimated 78 million gallons of water. Applications close August 31. The U.S. Department of the Interior has approved $102.9 million in grants for wetland conservation projects across North America. The funds, awarded through the North American Wetlands Conservation Act, will be matched by over $201 million in partner contributions. The projects will help restore over 500,000 acres of wetland and upland habitat, benefiting migratory birds and providing recreational and economic benefits to communities. Finally, this week's U.S. Drought Monitor shows sharp contrasts across the country. Heavy rain improved conditions in the southeast and Great Plains, but drought deepened in much of the Rockies and Southwest. In the Colorado River Basin, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming saw worsening drought in many areas, while parts of New Mexico improved slightly. Forecasts show continued hot, dry weather for much of the West in the coming week. That wraps up this week's Western Water News. For full articles, source links, and daily water updates, visit westernwater.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.